So like my auntie Michelle, she was a little bit older than me, and not by much though. So like she was like our young auntie. She was like a change of life baby, they called it. So like when my grandparents were well old, they had her like out of nowhere.
Right.
And so she was so close to us and in age. So she got us, like I remember it was like, she got me into all the happy hip hop. So like Run DMC, De La Soul, all that kind of stuff, right? And then the kids up the street, there was a guy, my mate, I'm still mates with him to this day, Shane Baldassar. He played me like Jump Around and all that. And another guy named Shane played us all NWA and Ice Cube. So like,
wow, you got exposed to a lot of it.
Yeah, but it was like, it was such different stuff. So my auntie was playing me all this really happy stuff, and then the guys up the street were playing us all this forbidden gangster shit. It felt like you were doing something really bad just by listening to it, you know? You feel so thrilled and rebellious, you know?
Daniel Goodwin was on, it was someone who posted a question on Facebook, and he said he noticed your talents back in the subbies days. And
shout out to Daniel Goodwin.
Yeah. I like how you're doing this shout out. I think this is cool.
Do it, man.
He asked what took you so long to really throw yourself into the hip hop scene. Like, was it nerves or fear of failure, or were you always trying and you just hadn't really sort of broken through until the later years?
I was always doing it, man. Like even when I had 6 years when I lived off music and I didn't have to have a job. And I was
that's
still
cool.
I was still going every Wednesday night to a rap battle night, freestyle night at Greenwood in North Sydney, and helping put it on and hosting and freestyling. And I didn't need to do that, man. And like, I was always like, when I left the band that we played, that was called Hollow Point, we played at the Big Day Out. When that finished after that, I got a publishing deal with Warner Chappell pretty much straight away after that, and did a hip hop EP in 2003. So I got signed to a worldwide publishing deal with a hip. So I was always doing it, but what I felt was, and this is my life story, is like, I'm just somewhere in the middle constantly, right? So the hip hop guys always looked at me as a raver, and the ravers always looked at me as a hip hop guy. So, you know, it kind of appeared like I wasn't really either of them, you know? Like I would be the outsider wherever I go. So I go to the raves and I'd be dressed like this. This is hip hop. So this is the 4 elements. If you don't know, shout out 20 Large. This is my mate's, and this is the guy that just did a gig last weekend for Second Chance Fosters and Starlight Foundation. So he's the guy who put it on, just plugging him.
That's cool.
But this is where hip hop started, you know? Like I did graffiti, I rapped, you know, like I didn't break dance. I tried to. I was very uncoordinated.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't scratch, you know, or anything. I'm not a real DJ. And there's beatboxing the 5th element, but so I was always active in all those things. Like I spent years graphing. I was always rapping. So maybe from what he saw at Subbies, he saw me rapping at Subbies in the breaks room, and that was his perception of what I was doing, you know, because that's what he saw every week.
It's probably like one of your hip hop friends like accidentally coming to a HSU event and be like, holy shit, is that Losty?
It blows their fucking mind. Like when they see that, like they're like, bro, you do these massive, like I remember Forte said to me one day, he's like, bro, you should just go guns, like just fuck hip hop, just do this. He saw a video of me from like a Utopia at the Kudos Arena on stage, and he's like, you do this kind of shit, like this guy, like, 'cause he knew what I was doing, but that visual with like 15,000 people is something different.
It's pretty hectic.
He was like, bro, if I was you, fuck hip hop right now, like just don't do that. Which I could easily do even to this day. Like I still do heaps of small hip hop gigs that, you know, like a lot of people come up to me and they go, man, why are you here? Like, what are you doing? You don't need to do this, but I like it. Yeah. You know, I like writing a good technical verse. I like writing a good verse and performing live and doing my own songs live. Like, I don't care if one week I'm doing something with 20,000 people and the next week we're doing a couple of hundred or whatever. Like, it's all the same to me.
Dave said Hello Point was one of his favorite albums. What's Hello Point?
Hollow Point was a band I was in. So I was in a band called Elements at school, and then a couple of the members from that went into Hollow Point, and then Hollow Point was in that. And Hollow Point to this day was most favorite band I've ever been in.
I have that CD in my car right now.
Bullshit! Lend it to me.
You don't have a copy?
I've got it. I've got all that stuff in the hard drive, but still, it'd be mad just to put it in a CD and listen.
How long ago is that? Like, is that pretty early on in your?
That's year 2001.
So when CDs came out, pretty much.
We used to burn those motherfuckers. Like we used to pay big money to go into a really big studio, record it all, and then we'd just sit at someone's house and burn them one by one and make photocopied covers and stuff, and we'd sell them and stuff. Like, because back then you could be nobody and sell shitloads of CDs and to all your friends and just people you met at gigs, and you know. It's the only way to get music, man. So you had no choice.
Nathan Lilly asked.
Shout out to Nathan Lilly.
Yeah, okay. Once I say the person's name, I'm just gonna pause.
I gotta acknowledge them, man. You gotta give them their props. Yeah.
And by me continuing to talk about them, we're just continuing to give them their props.
That's it.
Shout out to Nathan Lilly.
Shout him out. You can't just say his name.
There's been, like Nathan said, there's been an influx of international hip hop artists coming to Australia, and thinks there's a lack of support for local hip hop artists in Australia. Do you find that, or? What's your take on that? Yeah,
I mean, it's now split into pretty much two factions. So there's all the Triple J hip hop artists that go through that lane, and that's their way of doing it. And there's the new wave, which use no Triple J, and they're just really savvy on. They've grown up with social media. They know how to work that shit. And they're using their own leverages with their own YouTube channels and their own Instagrams, like Cayza, Chillin' It, Hooligan Hefts, all these new, 1-4, Talakai, 111. I mean, 111's I mean, a couple of these guys I've named are on radio as well, but they don't actually need to be if they don't want to.
Yeah, right.
So you got these two factions where if you've got Triple J high rotation, you'll pretty much guarantee you'll get festival runs based off that. But there's enough festivals around the country that will book you once you've got that high rotation, right? Or you make such a mad buzz by yourself that you put on your own shows, which these other guys are all doing, and you've got that scene as well. Where it hasn't come around is it hasn't met in the middle,
right?
And it's kind of starting to. You've got guys like Hilltop Hoods, Bliss and SO, but they've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And so they should be in that spot where they're at the that middle point where commercial and they're getting Bliss and SO open for Ed Sheeran. Plus they do their own huge stadium shit.
Yeah.
Hilltop Hoods just did the biggest show they've ever done in Sydney the other night with 15,000 people. Kudos Arena where we did all those raves. Right,
I do like them.
Yeah, oh man, I've been down for so long, man.
Have you? Would you Which kind of leads me into another question. Who would you love to work with in hip hop?
Hang on, you got to give a shout out to Brad Castle because that's one of his questions. He wants to know who your favorite artist to work with is, and if you could have a dream collab, who would it be with?
Who what's his name?
Brad Castle.
Shout out Brad Castle.
I love it.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to give them the stamp of acknowledgement because they're lords, they're kings. If I could work with just one dream artist, it'd probably be Eminem. Dr. Dre, just to do a session.
I would like to just touch either of those two.
Just go
just for a second.
Yeah.
Well, hey, wow. Hey, the studio audience here, pipe down. I'm not getting sexual here.
You just want to get some lint off their shirt and keep it.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be good enough. Yeah.
I don't even have to get it. Someone could just pass it to me. Just this bit of lint that touched it. Anyway, let's not fanboy too much. That'd be the best.
Them, Jay-Z. Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park, Primo, the DJ Premier.
So what about in Australia? What Australian artists have you not worked with yet that you'd love to? So we can send them this soundbite in just a moment.
Probably the Hilltop Hoods. That'd be the amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I like those guys. Before they blew up, the song that I got onto was a song called Full Tilt Boogie, which is on Suffering City Volume 1 or 2. I can't remember now.
Yep.
And yeah, that song, once I heard that, I was like, these guys are just so far ahead of everybody else. They were the rhymes were mad, the beats were mad, the hooks were mad, the actual mixing and mastering was mad because that wasn't mad back in the day. It all sounded like some bullshit. Listen, Esso, love to work with them. I've known them for a long time as well. Like the same thing. They opened for DJ Lord at the Metro, and DJ Lord's a guy that replaced Terminator X in Public Enemy, and I saw him perform live that night, and they brought more people to watch them than DJ Lord brought to watch him, and they murked it, and they were so ahead of the curve. And I booked them to play at that hip hop night I told you about in the Greenwood Inn. I had to fight to get them there, and I got them $600, which back then was like
huge money,
and I'm sure they make stupid money now per show, but like even just back then, because I could see what they were going to be. Like I was like, and I was such a fan. But they're great guys too. I still, every time I make some new music, I send it to Bliss before I put it out, and I just go, hey bro, can you give us your 2 cents on this? Esso's a legend, DJ Ism's a legend. Like I'd love to do anything with those guys as well. They'd be mad. But I think like if I had to pick one, it would be Hilltop Hoods. But yeah, definitely them.
Hello, and thank you for watching another clip from our interview with Losty. While you're here, hit the subscribe button, check out some of our other videos, and I'll see you next time.